rainy today. Hi everyone. So I just dropped my son off at work and I thought, well, what can I do for this 20-minute drive every day besides just babble and talk to you. So I am going to do a tag video, as you can tell from the title. Let me tell you a quick story about this particular tag video. So yesterday I watched Melody from Transforming Melody, hi Melody, do a tag video, and it's called 15. I couldn't remember exactly. This is where lies the problem. I couldn't remember exactly what the title of the tag was. I just knew it was 15 questions, and I just thought 15 questions, something like that. So this morning I thought, this is when I decided to do the tag video, and I thought, oh, I'll just do tag video. Let me go find those 15 questions that Melody answered, and I'll just do that on the way to work. So I go to my subscription feed, and I'm on my phone looking through them because I didn't want to turn my computer on and all that stuff. And so I just go through my subscription feed, and I didn't even notice whose video it was. And I just saw it said 15 weird questions. So I thought, okay, that must be it. So I just go, and I didn't even look at whose video it was. I just literally went right to the description box to see if the questions were there, and they were there. And I just started writing them down. So as I didn't even think about it until I got to about, I don't know, 10 or 11, the 11th question, I'm like, I don't remember Melody answering all that. I'm like, I know I was tired when I watched the video, but these don't seem right. So then I went to Melody's page of videos, and hers was called 15 random questions. Well, I thought, you know, I don't have a lot of time. I still needed to get ready. So I thought, okay, well, I'll just do the 15 weird questions tag. So, anyway, so here it is. And I have them taped to my steering wheel, which is probably not, so that's what you can see right here. Probably not the safest thing to do. So kids, don't try to do videos with a tag video and your questions taped to your steering wheel. So, and I apologize if you can hear the rain. It is, I showed kind of a picture of what our sky looks today. Yeah, it's not pretty. We're supposed to get rain for the next like 3-4 days, so, which is kind of a nice relief with as much heat and rain. We're getting up rain and sun and all that, but this is a tag video, not a car vlog. Just get it together. So I'm sorry, a little talk about random, that's me. Okay, so the first question, what's a nickname only your family calls you? I don't really have one. I mean, I never had any like silly nickname or anything when I was a child. I mean, my name's Jessica is my full name, and Jessie is what my family and high school friends call me, because that's what I went by. You know, mostly in high school was Jessie. And then it wasn't until I was older and then I started just going by, then people just started calling me Jess, and that's just what I have gone by probably for, gosh, the last 10, 15 years. So, but I don't, you know, I mean, my husband calls me baby, so, I mean, no one else calls me that, but, so I don't really have anything. I'm boring, sorry. So, number 2, what's a weird habit of yours? I don't know. I mean, I don't have anything weird that I do. I mean, I can be kind of, I make lists for everything. Is that weird? I mean, everything. I even though I know every Friday I am going to go do grocery shopping, I'm going to come home, I'm going to do, you know, housework, laundry, I still write it down. I write down, okay, this is my list of things to do. Sorry, my windshield wipers are going to probably really, really annoying because they're horrible even though they're new. So I make lists for everything. And at work, it was getting to be kind of ridiculous because I would have all these stickies all over my desk with a list for this. I would literally have like, okay, these are the things I need to get done this week. Then I would pare it down, okay, this is what I need to do today. And then I pare it down to, okay, this is what I need to get done before lunch, and then what I need to do after lunch. And I was like crossing them off all over the place. Well, then we had a training at work to learn how to use Microsoft OneNote. Ever since I got that, I have stopped making my list. Well, okay, I still do make a few little lists on like stickies, and then I transfer them over to my OneNote. So, but my OneNote is crazy. Like, I literally, it is like a sticky on, it's like a gazillion sticky notes, and I still make my list. So I don't know, I guess that's my only weird habit, is I make lots and lots of lists for everything. So let's see, do you have any weird phobias? Not really. I mean, I'm not really like, I don't know, I can't think of any. I feel like there's something that's kind of weird. Oh, okay, this is kind of not really a phobia, but it is kind of a weird habit that I've kind of stopped doing. So I'll go back to net question number 2. So I kind of just like, let's just say I don't have any weird phobias, but I remembered another weird habit, and this is weirder than the list, because I don't think the list is too weird. So when I was younger, I had a thing where my mom probably had the worst time as far as eating and me eating when I was younger, because I did not like my food to touch. And that means that, I mean, literally, like, if we had, say, a vegetable, potatoes, and a meat, they could not touch on the plate or I would not eat them. So, I mean, she used a lot of the sectioned plates for me, which mean no, like, gravy on, I mean, I couldn't eat gravy on things for the longest time because they were touching. And this is all the way into my teen and young adult years. And even now, I find myself doing the weird things, like when I was younger and I would eat a salad, I literally could not just take a bite of everything in the salad. Like, I would have to eat, like, the chicken off of it first, and any kind of, like, you know, if I had croutons on there, even, like, kind of the cheese. Pizza is another thing. I would take all the toppings off, eat the cheese, and then eat the crust last. And I did that for years, from the time I was, as long as I can remember, the first time I ate pizza up until, I mean, just, I even find myself still doing it now. It's just a habit. And then, and I'm not even kidding when I say so, candy bars. When I was a teenager and I would eat candy bars, especially like even Snickers, and like one of my favorite ones to do this with was Twix, because it would work really good. I would literally, like, I'd eat all the chocolate, like, in the bite that I was eating, or section I was eating, I'd eat all the chocolate off, and then I'd eat the next layer, and the next layer, and the next layer, because I could not just take a bite of a candy bar and eat it. I don't know, even now I catch myself doing things like that. Not that I eat candy bars, but if I did, and when I have, you know, that's what I do. I don't know. So I guess one of my weird habits is I eat food really weird. So, let's see, I already said I don't have any weird phobias. If I think of something, I'll go back. For what's a song you secretly love to blast and belt out when you're alone? Well, probably anything on the 80s station. I have Slacker radio on my phone, and I just set it to the, like, I think it's the 70s, 80s, and 90s station, and I will just put that on when I'm cleaning or something, and I'll just blast it, and I know pretty much all the words to every 80s song that there is. So I can't think of anything, like any one song offhand. Yeah, I can't think of anything. What's one of your biggest pet peeves? So this is another one that has to do with food. See, I have food issues, but I guess that's why I'm on a weight loss journey, right? No. So one of my biggest pet peeves is people and making noise when they eat. And I cannot help it. It drives me crazy when people, like, slurp their soup, slurp their milk, when they're eating cereal, if they make noises when they're drinking, and it's just, they make that slurping noise, or that, you know, I don't know, I just cannot handle it. Then when people, like, eat chips, and if it's really super loud, it drives me crazy. And I am so conscious of it that even when I'm eating, if I feel like it's too loud, I bug myself, and I just have to try to be really careful when I eat it. I don't know why. I mean, and it's a really weird, like, sound dynamic in my work, and I don't know if it's just the way it's set up and we're all in cubicles, but there can be somebody, like, eating something, like, across the room, I swear, and I can, like, if I can hear it crunching, it's kind of like the nails on chalkboard type thing. I cannot stand that. I don't know, food noises just drive me bonkers. I don't know. And actually, you know what, I did read a story that I think somebody had it linked on Facebook or something like that, and it was taught, and actually that's a phobia, I believe. I think that's some kind of phobia with the food noises. If anybody knows, let me know, and I might also look it up, and if I think about it, I will put it in the description box. So that goes back to the phobia. So if there is actually a name for people who cannot stand weird food noises. And actually any, like, noises in general kind of bug me. I don't know why. I mean, unless it's just everyday, like, noise. But there's sometimes when noises just drive me crazy. I don't know. It's just it's just one of those weird things, I guess. Number 6. What's one of your nervous habits? Sometimes I chew my nails, which is horrible. Or I pick at them. I don't really chew them, but I pick at them until, like, they're starting to, like, brittle and break. And I don't know, what's another nervous habit? I eat. That's not a good thing, but yeah, that's reality. Trying to think. I can't think of anything else for that. I don't know. Yeah, can't think of anything else. What side of the bed do you sleep on? I sleep on the right side of the bed. What was your first stuffed animal and its name? I don't remember. I mean, I had stuffed animals, but I don't remember what my first one was, of course, and definitely what its name was. I remember vaguely. I have a really, really bad memory, and it's kind of like the joke of the family is that they'll say, you know, Jesse, do you remember this? Oh, no, you don't, because you can't remember anything. So, I still, to this day, have a bad memory, and now it's a joke with my current family, with my husband and children. So, I just have a bad memory, but I know I've been told that I had a blanket when I was younger, and I can't remember. I think my mom told me I called it my bee, and, but I always sucked my thumb when I had my blanket, so she said when I was about 1.5 years, 2 years old, she took it away from me, and I quit sucking my thumb and never sucked it again. So apparently I only sucked it when I had my blanket, but, let's see. What is your favorite drink to get at Starbucks? I feel like this question's on every single question tag. Is it? I think it is. So, if I care about the calories and the points, I get a skinny vanilla latte, and I like them both iced and hot, so just depending on the weather. If I don't care what I am drinking and consuming, and I'm not counting points for that day for whatever reason, then I would either get a Frappuccino, which I can't remember the kind that I really like, but or a white chocolate mocha is my drink that I used to get before I realized how many calories were in Starbucks drinks. Let's see. I'm getting towards the bottom, unless it's getting harder to read because I was writing them fast. Oh, what is a beauty rule that you preach but don't practice yourself? Probably washing my face every night before I go to bed. I mean, I don't have anybody to preach that to because I have boys. So it's not like I have teenage girls to say, wash your face before you go to bed. But I feel like that is a beauty rule that people say all the time. Make sure you have to wash your face every night before you go to bed, or your face can't breathe, and blah, 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 and it's bad, and I know this. But honestly, sometimes I'm just so tired and I'm so lazy, and I just don't want to wash my face. And I mean, sometimes I'll just take like a makeup wipe or something and just wipe my face down real good, but I won't be like a really deep cleansing, so then I just do that in the morning. But I know it's bad for your skin. And as I get older, and as I'm noticing weird things with my skin, I probably should do it. But I said it to myself, but then I don't. What are we on? 11. Which way do you face in the shower? Well, that is a weird question. I guess when I first get in the shower and I'm kind of, washing the makeup off my face I didn't do the night before, I face that, because I wash my face actually when I get out of the shower, but I, rinse off my face and get some of the stuff off of it. And then the rest of the time, I guess I have my back to the shower because I'm washing my hair, and then I turn when I rinse off from my body. So I guess I kind of do all of it. I mean, doesn't everybody? That's a really strange question. Do you have any weird body skills? And there's somebody pacing me right next to me. You probably think I'm crazy because I'm talking to myself, but body skills. Well, I can't show you because I'm driving and I want to be safe, but I would say that it is the fact that I'm double jointed and jointed. That's a word I can't say. That was in Melody's tack. So double jointed, and so I can turn my elbow around, and it's kind of, I can't really explain it, but basically I can turn my arm almost all the way around because of my double joints. So yeah, it's kind of creepy. And all my kids have it except for my youngest. So my 2 older boys have it, but my youngest doesn't. And I used to be able to bend my fingers all the way back because they're also double jointed. But as I've gotten older, I can't do that anymore. But it's caused me a lot of shoulder problems. And my shoulders disconnect really easy, which is the worst pain in the world. Even worse than childbirth. And I gave birth to 3 children with no drugs. And I would do that 3 more times than to have my shoulder dislocated again. I said disconnected before. You tell it's early in the morning and I'm getting no sleep since taking my son to work in the morning at 6 o'clock in the morning every day. But yeah, like I said, I would give birth again 3 times, no medicine, then have my shoulder dislocate. It's the worst pain in the world. But the double jointness is what the doctors have told me why they dislocate so easy. I'm at the bank, so I'm going to do these last 3 questions real quick before I go put my check in the bank. Number 13. What's your favorite comfort food that is bad to eat? I would have to say it's chicken fried steak and mashed potatoes and gravy, now that I eat gravy with my food. Which I haven't had that since starting Weight Watchers back on February 23rd. I actually didn't have it much before that because I was still kind of on my weight loss journey on my own without being on a plan. But I would say that's one of the things I really miss is that kind of comfort food, the fried kind. But yeah, chicken fried steak, that's really good and I really like it. Number 14, what's a phrase you always say? Gosh, I don't know. I'm not like some people and just have things I say all the time. I mean, I'll say right, you know, I mean, like when I'm talking to somebody and we're just like, that's really wrong, like, yeah, right. I'll say, you know, that's something I got from my husband. He is always saying, you know, after every single sentence, and I've always given him a hard time about it. And so I'll say that. I'll say, really? I say that a lot. Okay, number 15, the last question. What do you wear to bed? Is a weird question. So, just depending on the time of year, like this time of year when it's kind of warm, I wear like pajama shorts and a pajama tank top. And then in the wintertime when it's cold, because we don't have central heat in our house, so it's really horrible. So when it's hot outside, it's really hot. When it's cold outside, it's really cold. So then I'll just wear long pajama pants and a t-shirt. So that is the 15 weirds question tag, and I am going to tag a few people per usual. So since Melody, you didn't do this tag, you did the 15 random tag, and we know you can't resist doing a tag video. Melody, you are tagged. And then I'm going to tag Amber from Weight Watchers, Amber's Weight Watchers Adventures. I don't have my list of like people's channels, so I will probably mess them all up. I'm going to tag Jessie with Weight Watchers with Jessie. And I think I will tag, who else likes to do tag videos? I know a lot of people are really busy right now and I don't want to put any, you know, like pressure. Oh, please do this tag. And Darlene, I know you've been doing a lot of tags from A Peek Inside. So if you feel like doing this tag, I'd love to see you do it. So everybody have a good day and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.